Yes, a very good morning. This is Oluyole 98.5 FM on the stables of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. Welcome you to Conversation this Friday morning, the 14th day in the month of November 2025. Conversation where we bring you stories making the major headlines see the dailies. We do our best to give you top-notch analysis. In due course, we get to open the phone lines. We invite you to be a part of the flow of our little talk shop as we try to make sense, discern and understand those major events unfolding around our dear countries, our nation and our world. Mondays to Saturdays except Sundays we are here, and that is what we do on Conversation. Our thoughts, views and opinions what we'll be sharing with you as presenters and analysts, not the corporate views of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, and that's why the program is called Conversation. We are not talking on OLUYOLEFM at 6.3, our sister station in Alaga in the Okogoro of the state, Agility FM, Gambari, Ubumosho, on the 92.1 FM dial. And no one beats our reach. All over this great state, we are there. Beyond the shores of Nigeria, we are there. Beyond the state, we are there. And beyond the shores of Nigeria, just latch on via the social media platform, Facebook precisely, at BCOS, and you are on to Conversation. Once again, wherever you are listening across the world, you are welcome. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akambi. Thank you very much for joining us on the program today. Conversation, yes. Oluyole FM, 98.5 right here in Ibadan. And of course, Okegun, Alaga, 96.3 FM, and Agility, 92.1 FM in Gambari. Yes, two stories making the rounds. Yes, so many stories making the rounds now.
Right, update on the soldier, the army officer. I think Lieutenant Yerima now.
Yes.
Versus Wiki. I have respect for military, but abhor lawlessness. That's coming from Mr. Yeson Wiki. And FCT minister carried out his statutory responsibilities, but that's coming from the revered legal luminary and human rights activist, Mr. Femi Falana, SAN. And ex-CDS, Irabo, falls Wiki's action. You know, this top military top brass in their usual arrogant manner.
Yes.
I think, and they said ex-generals are also fuming over the matter, fuming at some Wiki. And I think that is most irresponsible on the part of the ex-generals. They are not asking why their own also behave so irresponsibly, going to carry out illegal duties for a supposed land grabber. And even if the man wasn't a land grabber, are those part of the duties of soldier, not part of the responsibilities of a soldier? They are in their usual arrogance. They believe they have the right to do anything and remain unquestioned. Even as ex-generals, they are still wearing that toga of arrogance. The ditto for the ex-chief of defense staff, Irabo, who is also saying, making this kind of, well, like we said yesterday, yes, the only area where you could fault Mr. Wike's action was the fact that he allowed things to generate that far, that he was all hurling insults at the army officer, at the young army officer. But then for the ex-generals to be saying that, oh, really? They should be told that the era of mad dog is gone. When you just go into somebody's house and somebody as revered, as respected, a highly praised respected Nigerian, like the late Chief MQ Abiola, and you go into his house and drag him and his family out and go and detain them. That era is gone forever, and they will never have it again. So they should just shut their mouths. And I have no apologies for saying that, Mimbo.
Yes, and you know, you like you said, that era has gone. I remember at the time, this Bodija, our Bodija area here, one former military top brass, yes, I think his vulcanizer had an issue with him concerning maybe a tire he wanted to repair or... do you know that military officer, you will know that he's a retired military officer, is an old person. You see what he went home and picked a gun. Yes, and came and took that vulcanizer, put him inside the boot of his car and carried him away.
the ex-generals will not condemn such irresponsible behavior because it's one of their own. If they learn about that kind of behavior, they won't say anything.
They won't say anything.
Not saying that, So what would they have the young officer do? Beat up the minister, Abi?
Yeah. Well, I think Wike was doing his duty, yes, as a minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Yes, I think his job, not as a politician now, here. His job.
But then we shouldn't have allowed things to degenerate
to that level. Yes.
Almost getting to the level of a brawl.
Yes, and the officer, young guy, I saw the picture, just telling him, sir, and he was just, giving him answers, brief answers to questions that he was, Well, let's also commend him for keeping his cool. But then, remember, like we said yesterday, if it had been you or I, would he have kept his cool like that? Could I have called him stupid? I would have kept his cool. His boys would have descended on me immediately. Yes,
but he was polite because it was the minister. He was compelled to be polite.
Yes.
All right.
Let's talk about this convention, PDP convention.
PDP.
Yes, there is. I did not even want to let us, go into that issue because it is baffling people. It is baffling us. We don't know what is happening. Yes, we don't know what is happening, and there are so many issues surrounding this. Convention, Ibadan Convention, that is supposed to come up tomorrow. Now, the Ibadan Convention, yes, I think you have one here too. That is an announcement. Ibadan Convention, PDP delegates arrive amid Saraki's cancellation move. Ex-Senate President George, top PDP leaders clash over caretaker committee plan as INEC reviews judgments, and it says here, Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, is abuzz with last-minute preparations for the National Convention of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, amid a potential showdown between factional camps in the opposition party. And billed to take place on Saturday and Sunday, the convention is perhaps the most controversial in the PDP's history as a faction of the party pulled out. And in a build-up to the event, the National Working Committee, led by the National Chairman, Umar Damagum, suspended the National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyawu, the National Organizing Secretary, Umar Baturi, and the National Legal Advisor, Kamaldeen Ajibade, for 1 month for alleged anti-party activities. And this was sequel to Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court Abuja's ruling, which placed the convention on hold, citing the party's failure to abide by its own rules. And, relief, however, came the way of the Damagum-led NYC when a Justice Laiton Akintola, through an ex-party motion, directed the PDP to conduct the convention.
Let's have this commercial break. Bimbo will come back to talk about PDP.
This line not moving. Sorry, ma. The network is a bit slow.
Don't lose customers to long queues. With the First Money Merchant POS, every checkout is fast, reliable, and instantly settled.
Finally, quick and easy.
Get your First Money Merchant POS now on www.firstbanknigeria.com/get your POS or at any First Bank branch close to you. First Bank, you first.
Conversation.
All right, we're back on the program. Is still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. We're talking about the PDP National Convention. Well, just as we had conflicting court judgments, conflicting pronouncements, there is an advertorial here welcoming delegates to the convention. And this one is signed by Umar Ilya Damagum, and it says National Chairman of the party. Convention scheduled for Saturday 15th November to Sunday 16th November 2025. And Honorable, the chairman of the National Convention Organizing Committee, according to this advertorial, is welcoming the national chairman and all members of the National Executive Committee, members of the Board of Trustees of the party, all PDP state governors and National Assembly caucus, all zonal and state chapters, and distinguished delegates. They have all been welcomed to the convention of the PDP, supposed to hold at the Lekon Salami Stadium, Madamasingba, in Ibadan, Oyo State. Now, I went through this deliberately, Bimbo, because there is something, I say something before you that seems to state somewhat differently.
Yes. Yes, this one says, well, like I read earlier, PDP delegates arrive amid Saraki's cancellation move.
Yes, there are also reports that the delegates have arrived.
Yes. And now, they are talking about the move now. That move, I think it has, the move had already begun, because there is another special announcement here inside the Punch newspapers. And it says the People's Democratic Party, PDP, National Working Committee, NWC, under the leadership of the acting national chairman, Honorable Abdurrahman Mohammed, well, like it said inside the Punch newspapers, regrets to announce the cancellation of the PDP National Convention, earlier scheduled to hold in Ibadan, Oyo State, from November 15 to 16, 2025. And this decision, according to the announcement, follows the judgment of the Federal High Court, Abuja, on October 31, 2025, the ruling of the Federal High Court in Abuja on November 11, 2025, and the ongoing legal processes at the Court of Appeal and other parts of the country. Well, and the cancellation is to ensure that no one or group is disenfranchised, and also to ensure that all constitutional issues are fully addressed in the best interest of, the PDP and democracy.
And that one is signed by Senator Samuel
Anyanwu, yes,
and it says National Secretary. Well, this house must not fall. This house should not fall. It is up to the occupants and the members of that house, the PDP. Wait and see as it unfolds, Bimbo. But then, I do not know, Bimbo. I do not know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Let's go to other stories and just
move on. And I guess the PDP, they will resolve their issues. All right. I'm still talking PDP, Bimbo. PDP seeks to join Bayelsa Deputy Governor suit against moves to impeach him. The governor of Bayelsa State reported to have joined the APC. The deputy governor refused to go with him.
Yes,
and of course, the usual.
I think sometime last week.
And of course, the usual is playing out. They want to remove him, as it usually happens in situations like this. The next thing is to try to remove the deputy governor, and very often they succeed. The People's Democratic Party has asked the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja to join it as an interested party in the suit filed by the Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Lawrence Oberawu Bimbo. Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State, I'm having difficulty pronouncing that name, Bimbo.
Yeah, yes, just read your story.
So the suit filed by the Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State against the State House of Assembly, the Speaker of the House, and 5 others over impeachment moves against him. The defendants in the suit are making impeachment moves against the Deputy Governor for allegedly refusing to defer from the PDP to the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, along with the State Governor, Doye Diri. When the matter was called on Thursday for the hearing of the suit, John Itodo, representing the PDP, drew the attention of the court to the party's motion seeking to join the suit as an interested party. He told the court that the PDP wanted to join the suit as the second plaintiff to strengthen the case of the first plaintiff, as the majority members of the Bayelsa House of Assembly were elected under the PDP platform. Now, in the case of Bayelsa, the question I'm asking here is that the allegation leveled against the deputy governor, or are there other allegations as usual? You know, sometimes they come up with these allegations that he has been they accuse the deputy governor of insubordination. They say high-handedness. I'm trying to know the usual allegations, but are those other allegations there now, or are they accusing him of refusing?
I am sure.
To follow his boss,
yes,
and that is enough to impeach him.
Yes, I am sure. There are no things as such that they should, use to, nail him. They just want to nail him. He is not engaging in any anti-party activity or not. Yes, I am sure of that. But the usual practice of politicians, our leaders, when anything happens, comes up, well, they will just pick one word, all those words that they will use, and they will now cajole Nigerians. Yes, he's engaging in anti-party activities, he's doing this, he's doing that.
But then we're talking about anti-party activities. If it's principal, and all members of the assembly, or majority members of the assembly, have defected into APC, and the Bayelsa has now become an APC state, and he has chosen to remain in PDP, so that makes it anti-party.
But yes, I don't believe that. Which party the governor, came in through? PDP.
And now he has joined APC, and along with the members of the House.
And he was not suspended. You remember that House National Assembly member
who lost his seat?
Who lost his seat because they camped to one party.
And the PDP spokesman in that state, Mr. Itodo, we told the court that by virtue of Section 1091, paragraph G of the 1999 Constitution, he said the seats of the National Assembly members automatically became vacant by virtue of their defection. The PDP council said there is no competent House of Assembly. Okay, it's the council to the PDP, Mr. Itodo. Or the PDP council said there is no competent House of Assembly in Bayelsa State, following the defection of 16 out of the 24 members of the House. So 16 defected along with the governor. Justice Emeka Nwite held that until the motion for joinder filed by the PDP is heard and determined, there will be no hearing of any application in the case, and consequently adjourned to December 16 to take the PDP's application for joinder. So the Bayelsa PDP is here trying to make a case saying that the 16 assembly members should vacate their seats because they defected to APC while they were elected on the platform of the PDP. Well, like you said, but like you rightly recalled, remember that I think House of Reps member now lost his seat because he defected to another party. So I don't know why that happened, and that's the first time it would happen. But then that seems to be a kind of precedent. And, well, I do not know how this one is going to unfold in Bayelsa. But more than anything, like I said before, Bimbo, I'm wondering if that is the sin of the Bayelsa State Deputy Governor refusing to follow his principal into the APC, and that is enough for him to be impeached.
Yes, sir. And I believe maybe there must have been some, altercations before all these issues came up. Yes, between the deputy governor and the governor. The deputy governors, they always say what do they call them?
Spare tires.
Spare tires. So sometimes, most times, they will get, sidelined somehow.
But, moving on, reps move to suspend 2026 WAEC computer-based examination policy. Why? Oh, let's see. The House of Representatives on Thursday urged the Federal Ministry of Education and West African Examination Council (WAEC) to suspend the proposed computer-based examination (CBE) schedule to take effect in 2026 with immediate effect. The resolution was passed following the adoption of a motion on the urgent need for intervention to avert impending massive failure of candidates intending to write the 2026 WAEC using computer-based examination capable of causing depression and death of students, sponsored by Honorable Kelechi Nwogu. In his last debate, Honorable Nwogu expressed concern over the council's failure to conduct each free higher education entry qualifying examination for students of senior secondary schools in 2025. Now, while acknowledging that higher education institutions have made it mandatory for any candidate seeking admission to have at least 5 credits, including English and mathematics in the WAEC, he expressed grave concern over the impact of the council's negligence on the affected students. The 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Examination Result Portal was shut down due to what they call technical glitches, with the candidates suffering the consequences. Well, I understand the rep's concerns. This has to do with readiness of WAEC to actually implement this. But then, instead of cancelling the policy outrightly, why not actually, I believe there is a committee on education in the House of Representatives. Why don't they go and be on top of this? Go visiting WAEC, go make the inspection visits. I don't know if they've done this, but even if they've gone on that inspection round to assess the readiness of WAEC, assuming they've done that and what they found was not very encouraging, they should now do the needful, compel the necessary authorities to do the needful. Anything can be done. The same way we perform magic when we want to host some of these international competitions. When our stadia and our streets look like those in the best capitals of the world. So there is nothing that we cannot perform at short notice.
Because because I don't know why this issue is generating so many controversies now. There is nothing you cannot do. JAMB started from somewhere. JAMB started from somewhere. And they are performing, although like you said, some glitches came up at some point, but it was rectified. So why can't WAEC, why can't the authorities, people, House of Reps members, commissioners of education in states, why can't they, just maybe organize a round table meeting to, know all what is happening, that this policy is being moved to 2030.
But of course, it's not about giving money to terrorists, is it? It's not about making terrorists very comfortable, and so it's about the future of the Nigerian youth. So of course, the authorities will not be very much interested in that, unless perhaps a Donald Trump also takes interest in that sector. And issues some certain threats.
And don't be surprised. And don't be surprised. He might just come up again with another threat in that sector. And of course, apart from the security issue, the economy, it might just raise another interest there. Now, I have this one, and there was this talk about, we were talking about it about some days ago, 15% fuel import duty. Now I think it has been shifted. President, the Lion of Bodilon, like Tola always calls him, President Bola Tinubu, he has shifted the 15% fuel import duty to Q1 of 2026.
Did they give reasons?
Well, let me just go through it. The federal government has approved the postponement of the implementation of the 15% import duty on petrol and diesel until the first quarter of 2026, contrary to earlier notions that the suspension was indefinite. That is according to the Punch. And the deferment formally approved by President Bola Tinubu was in response to a detailed request submitted by the executive chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Dr. Zacchaeus Adedeji. Yes, following extensive strategic consultations with key stakeholders to assess market readiness and ensure a smooth and orderly rollout of the 15% import duty. And the letter obtained exclusively on Thursday stressed the need to ensure that local refining infrastructure is fully prepared, technical and operational frameworks are properly aligned, and fuel supply disruptions are minimized before the levy takes effect.
How convenient. I asked that question that did they give reasons? Because while the reasons they gave are or look very valid, well, I also smell a rat somewhere. I know why I say this. Well, the stakeholders that Dr. Zacchaeus was talking about, they had already said they were okay with the import duty hike, and they listed the gains. Talking about NECA, Nigerian Employers Consultative Forum, and then talking about Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, and majority of the real sector stakeholders, they were ailing this policy. And of course, they knew the refineries were not working at optimal capacity. Before
they are not even working at all.
Before they said this. Well, I hope and pray very much that I am wrong. In fact, I want to be very, very wrong regarding the data I'm smelling on this matter. And I want to hope that exactly what President Tinubu is saying, that giving the refineries a chance at working optimally before the implementation of this is actually the case. I know the data I'm spelling is that the real issues behind President Donald Trump of America's threat. Some analysts did say that they were not happy with this move, 15% import duty on refined petroleum products, because they were the biggest exporter of these refined petroleum products to our client. So they were not happy with this. They had to come up with an excuse to actually set us against ourselves. Eventually they would come over and then they would grab whatever they want regarding our oil resources. Well, like I said, I want to hope that I'm wrong and this is not the reason for suspending this 15% import duty that is shifting. But if Mr. Trump begins to keep quiet in the days ahead, then I don't know, maybe, just maybe. All right, let's have this commercial break and we'll be back.
Èyíkéyìí ọkọ̀ tó bá ń wà ó nílò ààbò tó péye. Máa dágunlá jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile. Níbikíbi tó bá wà lọ fún ojúlówó. Bóyá sọ pé jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile. Mobile ní ìṣúlẹ̀ ọjọ́. Jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile. Lọ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó. Mobile.
Right, we're back and it's good to know you are still there. The program is still conversation.
Yes, still talking about the 15% fuel import duty that was shifted, was postponed. Now, the NMDPRA, that is talking about the Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. Yes, they actually announced the suspension of the planned 15% ad valorem import duty on petrol and diesel, reversing an earlier policy move aimed at encouraging local refining and reducing dependence on fuel imports. And the policy suspension was confirmed by the Director of Public Affairs Department at the Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, George Inaita, on Thursday through the telephone. And he explained that the planned tariff had been suspended, saying, well, you read it. That is what it means. It is no longer in view and not implementable at this time. And, that agency is one of the major federal agencies assigned to enforce the tariff, ensuring compliance with the import duty structure. But a new letter confirming the deferment cited by the Punch read that President Tinubu rather approved the postponement of the implementation for further review in the first quarter of 2026.
So in the first quarter of 2026, are we going to get our refining capacity at optimal level by the first quarter of 2026? Is
Yes.
that going to happen? Now, maybe let's set aside whatever conspiracy theories regarding the Americans that we're talking about now.
Yes.
Let's focus on what the government is saying as the reason for suspending this. In the first place, why did they, as usual, try to place the cart before the horse? Why didn't they make sure that refineries were working at optimal capacity
Before they brought out that policy.
And now that they've suspended it, so are we ever going to get it right regarding local refining? Because local refining, are we ever going to get it? When are we going to get it right? When will this and eventually, I'm still talking about the Americans now. Eventually, if the refineries get to work at optimal capacity and we are able to develop satisfactorily our local refining capacity, so it will still boil down to the same thing. We will have to do away with the Americans and regarding they are sending refined petroleum products to us because brought down to the very barest minimum, so to say, if at all we are still going to need them in this regard. So are they, if they are involved in any conspiracy theory, are they also going to be involved in making sure that the refineries do not work? Do they have a hand in it? Those are the questions I'm asking myself at this moment.
And I'm sure those are the questions too. People like Mr. John will be, and Baba Adedayo will be, trying to ask themselves and trying to ask Nigerians too.
So I'm having a feeling that maybe that policy may be as good as dead, or it won't come up again in the very near future.
That is the meaning of dead. It won't come up. So it is dead. Like you said, that feeling, the policy, it is gone with the winds. You remember that film, Gone with the Wind?
Gone with the Wind. Okay. Troops foil abduction of 74 NYSC members in Borno. I congratulate their parents, Bimbo.
Yes.
And the first question I asked when I saw that Elise headline online yesterday was that how come our policymakers, our politicians are still sending core members to a state like Borno? Well, they will insist. They are insisting that they've decimated Boko Haram and all that, but I do not get it, Bimbo. And maybe because their own children will not be going there. So let's see.
Are their own children in Nigeria in the first place?
Well, we have seen instances. This is not a matter of hearsay. It's what I've seen. Many of their children, they will be registered as core members here in Nigeria, and they will be far away in other climes, and they will be marked present
and they will be
in camp,
and they will be given their allowance,
and they'll be issued certificates of participation in the NYSC. They'll get their NYSC certificates without participating in the NYSC. When I was as far back as General Abacha was the military head of state then, when I was serving, and we were in camp, and I was in a platoon 8, and there were these 4 members that were supposed to be members of our platoon. They never showed up throughout the 3 weeks we were in camp, and every morning their names will be called and they will be marked present. So it's for you to know that I'm saying what I know, not a matter of hearsay. Troops of the Joint Task Force, JTF Northeast Operation Adinkai, have rescued 74 members of the National Youth Service Corps from a possible abduction by Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorists along the Buratai-Kumaya Road in Borno State. This was contained in a statement made available to defense correspondents in Abuja. on Thursday by the Media Information Officer, Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Adinkai, Lieutenant Colonel Sonny Uba. According to the statement, the corps members, 36 males and 38 females, were rescued at about 9:05 p.m. on Tuesday after their vehicle broke down near a known kidnapping hotspot. It stated that a military patrol team was swiftly deployed at the scene after a closed-circuit television CCTV system monitored by troops detected suspicious movement involving 3 buses at the location. On arrival, troops discovered 74 NYSC members stranded after their vehicle developed mechanical fault, and the troops immediately rescued them to prevent a likely abduction attempt by Boko Haram or ISWAP elements operating in the area. Now, see how technology worked out in this particular scenario. Although I think maybe the story is a bit exaggerated in the sense that it's not as if there was an attempt to abduct them, but then they were in a very dangerous area.
Yes, and at least that was a proactive measure. Yes,
and thank God for technology. Like I said, this is exactly what we are talking about. And we commend the troops, we commend the armed forces, we commend the Nigerian system on this.
Yes. Now, I have this one here. 2 security guards arrested for beating Lagos engineer to death. Beaten. The Lagos State Police Command has arrested 2 security guards in connection with the lynching of a site engineer, Solomon Ude, on a construction site at Eco Atlantic City in Lagos State. And it was learned that the incident occurred on Friday, October 31. It was gathered that some security guards were chasing suspected thieves when they sighted Ude close to a construction site and also labeled him a thief.
Because of mistaken identity.
Yes, that was what really happened.
That's why I'm always against jungle justice. They killed an innocent man.
Now, this one again. Lagos driver arrested as truck crushes motorboy to death. And I have here too, rape Ondo motorcyclist sentenced to death for minors' death. Yes, in fact, jungle justice. Yes.
Some of the one we saw a video where and he was stripped naked by a mob and was beaten, and they forced him to carry the corpse of the girl. The victim.
Yes. Well, the convict was arrested by men of the State Police Command in July 2020 for raping the 11-year-old girl to death and was thereafter charged in court for raping and killing the deceased. And earlier, during the proceedings, it was reported that the mother of the deceased had called Ujo, who was a commercial motorcyclist, to take the late Zainab from Ese Akoko to the market at Inu Akoko. But when the parent of the deceased didn't see her, they contacted her mother's friend at the market, only to be told that they didn't see her in the market. Well,
you see, again, a shout out to mothers now, and know whom you would trust with your children. Which are not just even the girls now, even the boy, even the boy child. Know who you will trust.
Yes.
Right, then let's have this commercial break, and then when we are back, we'll open the phone lines.
Any motor where you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no, for your engine, no. Make a mobile, make it mobile, no, make it mobile. Anywhere you dey, your motor deserve to be number 1, yo. Make it mobile, no, make it mobile. Mobile carry the go, make everybody join me say, make it mobile.
Make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
All right, we're back, and the program is still conversation. It says Senate launches probe into stamp duty revenue, and lecturers deserve dignified living wage. ASU tells federal government.
Yes, well, the ASU have been saying that for a long time, and the federal government also knows that. 0055009850. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Tola, Mr. Bimbo.
Good morning, Mr. John.
John calling from Ilorin.
Well, this morning I just want to encourage Mr. Wike to continue with his job and just ignore those generals. That is how they behave. They behave the same way. None of those generals are able to say, okay, the admiral should come out with his document of the land. They won't ask of that because most of them grab land in Abuja before they leave office. Most of them have land in Abuja, land that has no paper, that has no, they build on it. So when a minister like Wike, that is when they forget about some of the Wike's maybe, he's a workaholic, he knows his onion. And in any capacity, he always wants to be the best. He's trying to do his job, and these are the reasons Nigerians will get to this point. Because some people feel too big to be talked to. So the man is doing the job now. Look at those generals, what they are doing. So he should not be discouraged. He should continue with his job. Let the Nigerian make a hero out of the lieutenant colonel. Let them make a hero out of him. That is their problem. Secondly, on the WAEC issue, if they want to stop it, let them stop it. Let them stop wasting parents' money. When they are ready, let them be ready. Last time, a lot of children failed. Not because those children were not brilliant, but because of the WAEC errors. So if they are not ready, they should put it on hold. Nobody will pay money. No parents struggle to pay money. At the end of the day, their children put on a lot of effort. You make them fail. So when they fail, you expect the parents to go and struggle for another money. Let them be. So if they are ready, let them be ready. But if they are not ready, they should stop wasting parents' money. Enjoy your day, sir. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. The ex-CDS, Irabo, is saying here that the minister should show due regard for symbols of state power vested in uniformed personnel. And they say that it's also addressing us. It said we should play a greater role in educating Nigerians on civic values, respect for law enforcement, and the principles of good citizenship. So his own boy was enforcing the law where he was, and he was exhibiting good citizenship where he was at that time. He didn't even castigate the boy for carrying out the
illegal duty,
the whims and caprices of a land grabber.
Yes. And he was also on illegal duty.
Such arrogance, Bimbo, they must be stripped of this their toga of arrogance.
Yes, 0055009850 or 07055551985. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Mr. Michael, calling from Mulani.
Good to have you, Mr. Joe Michael.
Will PDP confession be okay? God bless you. Have a nice day.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, Mr. Joe Michael, tomorrow we'll tell. But we will be there to see what happens and bring you details of what happens.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Alex Nwere.
Good to have you, Mr. Nwere.
On this issue, you didn't know the message. Fella, actually, I respect the speaker. If you respect me, I respect you. No matter who we are. We can't always feel like God is God. I don't like that with you. Respect is the speaker. Respect the person who is your mentor. You're not God of the whole land. You're not land. Are you God of land? When they do us, they remember God. On the other one, again, I want to say about the Church Motor Shop. Who will give us that social commission? That man should remember that one day is coming. Then is coming. When you can start to generally your goal that you how do you show your kids handle it? What do you have power? You just get anyhow. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nwere. Yes, of course, we also condemned Mr. Wike's overbearing attitude, especially regarding that latest incident. But then we still insist that that officer shouldn't have been there in the first place. He was on illegal duty.
Yes.
And the bosses are not looking at that. The retired generals are not looking at that. All they can see is the fact that the uniform was disrespected.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good
to have you, sir.
I start to wonder this kind of country we are. What type of respect is attached to it? the uniform. Somebody, who went to keep security of land without relevant papers. What type of respect is attached to that? And besides, I wonder whether the Chief of Defense Staff and even the Minister of Defense is aware of respect for civil authority. The minister himself, is he equal, the Minister of Defense, is he equal to this type of soldier who was embarrassing Wiki? And his minister of two ministers in the cabinet, are they not equal? So how come that they are now talking about the lieutenant that done the right thing, for heaven's sake, in Nigeria? Are we even really civilized in this place? It is just simple for you to say, okay, this is my paper, that is all. And how many people will have the right to take soldiers to be defending a land that was taken illegally? Have a nice day. This is a country that we have to really start thinking about it very seriously. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
And even as we speak, there are no reports that the military authorities have invited this soldier for questioning on why he was at that place in the first instance.
Yes.
And the ex-CDS is also not talking about that.
Yes.
All you can see is Mr. Wike insulting his boy.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am Adimola from Gadam.
Good to have you.
Concerning the duty, it said that the duty, import duty, was postponed. So, according to the government should encourage the requirements and order. Because the government have many things to focus on, like refineries, security, and agriculture. So they need to concentrate on them, and they should concentrate on the provisions of petroleum and agricultural products facilities, because people want improved performance and they want cheaper products. And then the foreman has been made officer and they are weak. So at one time, the crisis has created tension. And the crisis will not bring any good tidings. It should resolve. And people should comply with the Abuja town planning laws. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. When you get beaten black and blue by a soldier, you should keep quiet and respect the uniform. Item 08555-00985. Okay?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, yeah, Monsieur.
Yeah, Monsieur, calling from Little Promotion.
Good to have you, man.
Because in Nigeria and guide and protect us. Mr. Tola, Mr. Bimbo, I want to ask one question from you. Hello?
Hello,
Yeah, Monsieur.
Which kind of enjoy that men are enjoying when they rape small female? Because, as for me, females are more than men in Nigeria. I like the way they take judgment about the bike rider that raped 11 years in Ondo State. Secondly, I want to add more for judge. If they want to sentence him, they will bring him to his family's house, so that every family member will see what he do. Secondly, I want to pray for the PDP party for their convention they want to start tomorrow. God will be with them, I guide them and protect them.
Amen.
By the grace of God.
Amen.
Yeah, Monsieur, regarding the question you asked, well, Mimbo and I, we are men, but Sadly, we did not know the answer to that question. We did not know what pleasure these men that rape minors, what they derive from it.
Yes.
Even those that rape those that are of age, we do not know what pleasure they derive. We do not have the answer. Maybe if you ask a psychiatrist, maybe they might be able to provide answers. But neither being born nor I have the answer. We do not know, and it baffles us too.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Dikio from Shaki.
Good to have you, sir.
Yeah. Concerning the issue of this military men and civilian government, we don't know which one has the authority. You see, I don't know why the men in uniform think that they are above everything. In this country, I don't know. If it is military era, they are there. If the civilian, they want to take authority. We have law, we have to obey the laws of the land. No matter who we are. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And civil military relations, I think the issue of respect should be mutual.
Yes.
We respect them, they should also respect us.
Yes. That is the point. Quickly, this one more call. Hello, good morning.
Mr. Bimbo, Mr. Antola, good
Good
morning.
morning.
The military man is wrong, not the officer in charge of the just one officer on ground that day, but the admiral sitting there. If the president wants to address it, that admiral, the veteran should have been arrested. So, because president and not them, they are part of the people that have destroyed the system. They have been part of people destroying this country. So they don't have legal thing. That's just it. So thank you. How many court cases has Wike himself respected? You know, he has always been bamboozling his way. So when things are wrong, you cannot just correct it because you are part of the system too. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very right, Mr. Jide. And Mr. Wike is fretting now because he happens to be at the receiving end because the one stood his ground and refused to let him have his way, although his way at that particular point in time was the way of the law. But then the man disturbed him and he was at the receiving end. So we are quite right, Mr. Jide. I think I agree with you on that. All right, check your time is 7:30 and we have to go. I'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
My name is Bimbo Akombi. Thank you very much for listening and enjoy your day.
Conversation. Conversation.
Oluyole FM.
another beautiful Friday morning to talk sports once again. This is Oluyole, 90.5 FM, the trailblazer, the pride of the nation. Of course, with the best in the West. Buluwaji Ogumala is here once again with the news. All the news that you can use in the beautiful and ever exciting world of sports. Bringing you the latest, the hottest, and the juiciest sport news this beautiful Friday morning. It is day number 14 in the month of November 2025. We're so excited this morning. Yes, the morning after the big win yesterday in Rabat, Morocco, where the Super Eagles of Nigeria defeated the Gabonese counterpart 4-1 in the first semi-final of the World Cup qualifying playoffs. Of course, it was played in Rabat yesterday. Difficult game it was. 1 hour regulation time, extra time. We got 3 goals, and of course, we are into the finals that will be held on Sunday in Rabat, Morocco, and then we'll be facing not Cameroon but DR Congo. Yes, we'll also talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League this beautiful morning. A game was played yesterday. It was a rescheduled game. The last 2 champions of the NPFL faced off yesterday, and it was a shocker for Remo Stars as Rangers came out victorious. Of course, as regards the Super Eagles players, I would definitely be taking a look at be reacting to all of that on the show this beautiful morning. On the MPFL, of course, let's kickstart from the Nigeria's National League. There's the second tier of Nigeria League football where a lot is happening right there. Let's kickstart from the camp of the Kada Football Club, where Emmanuel King has been unveiled as the head coach of Nigeria National League side, the Kada Football Club. King was presented to the club's supporters, marking the start of his new reign. The young tactician previously managed the FC1 Rocket in the Nigeria National League. He expressed his determination to help build a winning mentality at the club. According to him, and I quote, "I'm here to help the Kada Football Club rediscover its identity and compete with belief. The goal is to build a winning mentality from day one." And of course, King will work alongside the likes of Godwin Effiong, who will serve as assistant coach. The Kada Football Club will begin their 2025-2026 NNL campaign with a clash against First Bank Football Club at the Uyo Township Stadium this weekend. From the camp of the Kada, let's cross to the camp of Akwa United this morning, where Akwa United have unveiled their new head coach, Paul Ofo. All the promise keepers have already presented the young tacticians to their fans. Ofo was appointed head coach of the former MPFL champions back in August. The Akwa United expressed confidence in the new tacticians' ability to help them secure promotion back to the MPFL. But according to them, Coach Ofo steps in the main role job. Say hello to our new head coach, and of course that was posted on their social media handle. Ofo previously managed Sporting Lagos and Grass Runners Football Club. We wish him all the best in his new challenge. Talking about the game played yesterday, the rescheduled MPFL game yesterday, Ranger International FC pulled off one of the biggest surprises of the season as they ended Remo Stars' impressive home unbeaten run with a 1-0 victory in Abeokuta yesterday. The highly competitive encounter saw both sides battling for dominance, but it was the visitors who made their moment count. Experienced goal striker as Gordon Obaje proved to be the difference, finding the back of the net with a well-taken effort that secured all 3 points for the visiting Flying Antelopes. The result not only handed Rangers a valuable away win, but also brought an end to Remo Stars' remarkable 57-game home unbeaten streak, a record that stretched back to 2022. With this victory, Rangers continue their strong start to the season, while Remo Stars will now look to regroup as they prepare for their next NPFL fixture. And taking a look at what the table looks like after the rescheduled game yesterday, National United still top the park with 23 points after 12 matches. Abia Warriors second with 22 points after 12 matches. Ivory City occupied the third position as we speak with 21 points after 12 matches as well. While Rivers United are fourth. They've only played 11 matches and they've got 20 points. Rangers are fifth After 12 matches, they will have 19 points. What the Wolves, they are 6th, 907th, Enyimba 8th, Kwara United 9th, Katsina United 10th, Shooting Stars 11th as we speak, Wiki Tourist, Bayelsa United, El Kanemi Warriors, Plateau United, Remo Stars, Kun Khalifat, Barrow Football Club, Benin Insurance and Kano Pillars occupy the last 10th position on the table. Still taking news from the NPFL this morning. The Ghana Embassy in Nigeria paid a courtesy visit to Barrow Football Club midfielder Nana Abraham, who recently sustained a neck injury during an attack incident in Kano. Abraham, who was earlier admitted to a private hospital following the unfortunate event, has now been discharged and is currently recuperating at home. During the visit, the embassy delegation expressed relief over the player's recovery and described his discharge from the hospital as a welcome development. They also commended the medical team for their swift intervention and assured that the embassy will continue to monitor the player's well-being while maintaining communication with the management of his club, Barrow Football Club. The player, visibly in high spirits, appreciated the Ghanaian officials and the club for their support during his recovery process. Barrow Football Club officials have also reiterated their commitment to ensuring the safety and the welfare of all players while calling for improved security measures around the Nigerian Premier Football League match venues. Well, from the camp of Barrow Football Club, let's cross to the camp of Sunshine Stars. Sunshine Stars Football Club have unveiled their new head coach, Bobola Akinfolari. The Nigerian National League outfit unveiled Akinfolari at the headquarters of the Ondo State Football Agency, ODSFA, on Thursday. The young tactician put pen to paper on a one-year contract with the Akure-based club. He previously worked as technical director of Sunshine Queens and also worked as an assistant coach under several managers, including Bala Abubakar, Kennedy Boboye, and Kayode Olujongbe. The new golfer holds a CAF B coaching license as well as an advanced certificate from the National Institute of Sport and Sunshine Stars were relegated from the NPFL last season, and they will begin their campaign in the NNL with an away fixture against Edel Football Club in Owerri this weekend. Well, from there, let's cross over to Rabat, Morocco, where the Super Eagles of Nigeria defeated Gabon 4-1 in their 2026 World Cup's playoff semi-final played yesterday. Nigeria qualified for the mini tournament as one of the best runners-up in the main qualifying series. Eric Shell's men finished behind South Africa, who grabbed the automatic ticket from Group C against the Panthers yesterday. The Super Eagles dominated the early exchanges of the game but failed to find the goal that their dominance deserved. They were also lucky not to concede a penalty after Brother Sai Samuel thug on the shirt was scrutinized through the VAR pre-side monitor, but the referee decided not to award a spot kick. In the 70th minute of the game, with Adams Ako opened the scoring, after he pounced on a loose ball to score into an empty net. But Gabon leveled 10 minutes later as Mario Lamina's deflected effort crept past the goalkeeper Stanley Wabali. Early in extra time, Chidera Ijuke finished off with an Ndidi's pass to restore Nigeria's lead. Victor Osimhen added a brace. Nigeria will now face DR Congo in their next in the finals of the playoffs. After their win over Cameroon. Good one for Nigeria. Good victory for Nigeria. Just what we wanted. Eric Shell has said that it was a passion that drove his Super Eagles players in their dominant 4-1 win over Gabon yesterday. Osimhen netted a brace. Walako Adams and substitute Chidera Ejuke were also on target as the Super Eagles outclassed their Gabonese counterpart despite conceding a late goal from Osimhen's Galatasaray teammate Mario Lemina. The Super Eagles were still able to score 3 goals in extra time. Speaking during his post-match presser, he said he's very, very proud of his boys. Alright, let's get to listen to the post-match conference of Coach Eric Shell after the victorious outing yesterday. Coach Eric Shell speaking during the post-match press conference.
Before we resume with the post-match press conference for Team Nigeria, same housekeeping rules apply for this press conference. Make sure your phones are on silent mode. To ask questions, raise your hand. A microphone will be handed to you. Please introduce yourself with name and the media outlet you're working for before asking the question. I hand over the floor to my colleague, Promise Lee, to kick off the press conference. Promise?
All right, thank you very much. Maybe I will start by asking the coach a question before my colleagues come on the floor. Coach, 120 minutes of brawling football. Did you prepare your team for a marathon?
Before to answer to your question, for this conference press, I don't want to talk what happened 2 days ago. So only the game. Okay. About this game, about the extra time, we didn't think that we will go in extra time, but I can analyze this game in first half. During 30 minutes, we were so good with the possession ball, with the intensity, with the aggressivity, and after the player, it's normal when you put a lot of intensity at the end of the half. It's normal if physically you're less good, you know. And Gabon, they try to play in counter with a counter, and we manage well. In the first half we have a lot of many situations to score a goal. And the second half we score a goal. We changed the system. We score a goal, and everything was good, but we just made a little mistake in our position, and they score a goal. And extra time, for me, we deserve this victory, and I'm happy for my player.
All right, you signify by raising your hand, and then you tell us your medium and ask your question. All right, let me start from the back.
Coach, bonsoir, je vais parler en français.
Oui.
Voilà, bonsoir, merci. Je suis Snelange Congo, journaliste gabonais, Télé Africa. Alors, coach, personne ne vendait la peau.
That was Coach Eric Shaw speaking after the game yesterday during his post-match press conference, reacting to the win and, of course, praising the determination of the players. A quick break on the show this beautiful morning. When I return, we will head back to Rabat, Morocco, and listen to the likes of William Trustekong, Samuel Chukwueze, and Victor Osimhen speaking after the game yesterday. A quick break, and we'll be back.
Hooray! It's the 80th birthday and the 35th coronation anniversary of His Imperial Majesty, the Iwe of Ado-Ekiti, Oba Dr. Rufus Adeyemo Adejugbe Aladesomi III, CONJP. Join us from Wednesday the 19th to Sunday the 23rd November 2025 to celebrate unity, heritage, faith, and festivity of an enduring royal legacy. On Saturday the 22nd of November is the book launch and the conferment of chieftaincy titles at the palace at noon. Book reviewer is Professor Yusuf Ali, SAN. Chief Launcher, Dr. Tunji Oluyole, Chancellor, EXU. Co-launchers, His Excellency Ibikunle Amosun, former Governor of Ogun State, and Honorable Dapo Kolawole, former Finance Commissioner Ekiti State and founder, Venite University, Iloro Ekiti, while the chairman is the Governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Royal Father of the Day is His Imperial Majesty, the Ooni of Ife, Obadiah Ogunwusi, Ojaja II, CFR. Planning Committee, announcer.
Well, it's still Spotted Beat on Oluyole 98.5 FM this beautiful Friday morning. Don't forget, we're live on Okyogun FM 96.3 and Agility FM 92.1. Can also join the live stream on Facebook, facebook.com/Oluyole 98.5. Before we take the reaction of the players, let me inform that Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen is moving closer to breaking the goal record held by the late goal king Rashidi Yekini. Osimhen is now 6 goals behind Yekini after he scored twice against Gabon won yesterday. The Galatasaray striker had missed a chance to win the game at 1-1, but in extra time he produced two difficult finishes to win the game. The first goal was his 30th goal for the national team, while his 31st was the icing on the cake. This follows his hat-trick in Nigeria's game against Benin Republic, which we won 4-0. At the moment, our leading scorer remains Rashidi Ekene with 37 goals. Victor Osimhen has 31 goals. Shegun Odegbami 23 goals. Yakubu Ayegbene with 21 goals. Ike Chukwuje with 19 goals. Obafemi Akinwumi Martins with 18 goals. Yes, that's well. And Sunday, Jericho with 17 goals. The likes of Samson Siasia, Igalo, and Ahmed Musa with 16 goals. Then let's return to Rabat, Morocco, and listen to three of our players yesterday, starting with William Struth-Ekong, then Samuel Chukwueze, and Victor Osimhen, speaking after the victory yesterday.
Question. I got to ask you, where was your head at when Osimhen missed that chance in the second half? I know he wanted to score two, but you got to tell me where your head was at, because the whole bench went crazy.
Yeah, you know, when I saw him running at the goalkeeper, I was sure that he was going to score. But yeah, and, you know, after that, we're trying to encourage him, and we want to make sure that he wasn't disheartened. And he stole the show again, and I think that's the kind of player that he is. You know, he has so much resilience. That's how he plays. He keeps fighting. And I'm very happy that he crowned his efforts, but for the whole team, because I think today was a unifying performance for what's been a difficult couple of days, and I think it puts us in good stead for what's to come on Sunday.
Obviously, big game, big win. How you feeling after the game, man?
Feel good. Just have to celebrate a little bit, because we have a game in a couple of days, so the most important one. Now we just won this one, so I think the most important one is coming on Sunday, so we have to just focus for the next one. But we are just happy for this one.
I've got to talk to you about Victor Osimhen. I know he scored 2 goals, but be honest, where was your head at when he had that miss at the end of the second half?
I was running with him when he was with the ball. I was running. I even run past the pitch. But it's football. Sometimes it happens. Everybody knows he can score that kind of goal, but it happens. So now he gave us 2, so it's fantastic. So everything is fast.
I don't know if you noticed, but the fans, they walked in during the second half. They weren't there for the majority of the first half. I mean, when they walked in, you could hear the noise, you could hear the cheers, you could hear the music. Did that impact the way you guys were playing?
Yeah, I think first half we dominated the first half, and within 30 minutes we missed so many chances in the first half. I think the fans, it's more important for the fans to be on the pitch. It actually motivates us, it gives us hope to play now.
Yeah. And I've got to ask you, during the game, I could see from the stands that there was a few lasers being pointed at you guys. I'm not sure if you noticed during the game, but does that impact, you know, the overall play?
We only concentrate on the game. It doesn't matter if there is laser or anything. We just have to focus on the game and make sure we finish the game.
I just want to know, obviously at the second, I know you scored 2 goals today, but at the second half there was a big miss that you had. Just wanted to know where your head was at after that miss, and what motivated you to go on and score the next 2 goals.
I mean, I was gutted, you know, but as a person and as a striker, I had to keep it moving. You understand? But it was bad, and then I apologized immediately to my teammate, because I saw that immediately I missed the opportunity. I saw that the referee said we're going into extra time. We're going to extra time, and then I told my teammate, I'm sorry guys, I will correct it in the extra time. So I think for me, if I let it get into my head, I don't think I'll be able to grab those two goals also. And I think for me, it's important, because sometimes a striker, you score the one people believe that you cannot score, and then you miss the one that people say you can score. So, which is normal, but I'm human, so I make mistakes, and which is normal. So for me, I had to just keep it moving. And congratulations also to the team for this performance.
Yeah, I got to ask, during the game, I noticed that there was a few lasers being pointed at you guys during the match. I don't know how much it impacts, you know, your overall play, so I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
I mean, I actually saw the person pointing the laser at me, but it was the person was also in the stand. I couldn't go them, but for me, it's normal, you know. When you have this, they know the kind of quality we possess, so they're trying to use the laser to distract so many of us. So for me, I just keep it moving. I don't even think about it.
And I know that the big news, obviously, this week was the whole boycott situation. I'm not going to ask you to go into detail about that. But what do you think happened between then and now for you to still be able to come out and put on a good performance despite not having the full amount of training?
I mean, for everything that has happened, to be honest, all the players were locked in. Be it we trained or we didn't train, every player was locked in, because even when we were at the club side, we speak with ourselves every time. Like we had a group that we speak with everyone. We try to motivate ourselves. Even during the club, where we have this performance, everyone congratulates each other and stuff like that. So for me, you know, there are some things that have to be rectified. But I have to say a big kudos to the NFL president. He swiftly come into the picture and get it sorted. So which is fine and good. So for us. Now we've won the game, and the most important thing now, everything is resolved. We go back to our hotel, we try to prepare for our next game and try to see if we can get it done also. But of course, I think we can get it done. We have the squad to actualize this dream of going to the World Cup, because everyone wants to go to the World Cup. We have to be in the World Cup because we missed out on the last one, and I think we have the quality to do it.
Victor, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it. Take care.
Now you listen to the trio of William Troost Ekong, Samuel Chukwueze, and Victor Osimhen. All right, the Nigeria Super Eagles will be without Wilfred Ndidi in Sunday's clash. The Super Eagles, of course, yesterday won 4-1 against the Panthers of Gabon. Ndidi was cautioned in the 6th minute of the thrilling encounter for a rash challenge on Dennis Bonaga. It was, of course, the midfielder's second booking in the qualifying series. Ndidi put up an impressive display against Gabon yesterday, providing the assist for the second goal scored by Chidera Ejike. His place in the team will most likely be taken over by Brentford midfielder Frank de Tank, Frank Onyeka, or even Rafael Onyedika. All right, let's talk about the second semi-final yesterday. Nigeria will now face the Democratic Republic of Congo in the 2026 World Cup playoff final on Sunday. The winner of this game will represent Nigeria at the Intercontinental Playoff holding in Mexico in March next year. The Super Eagles, on their own part, defeated Gabon 4-1. And of course, in the second semi-final yesterday, DR Congo pulled off a surprise result as they defeated Cameroon by a single goal. Captain Chance Mbemba headed in a late winner in stoppage time to give his country a chance of qualifying for next year's tournament. The game will be played at the newly built Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat, Morocco. All right, all the best to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. It's a must-win game for us, I must say. All right, Rafael Tolu Kodari, he only came on late on yesterday, and the news is that Tolu will play under a new manager at Wolverhampton Wanderers following the appointment of Rob Edwards on Wednesday. Edwards takes over a side winless in the Premier League on just 2 points following Saturday's 3-0 defeat to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. We wish Tolu all the best in that one. All right, quickly away from world of football. Where Team Nigeria has made a significant impact at the 6th Islamic Solidarity Games in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, standing within the top 6 on the overall medal table, primarily due to an exceptional performance by the weightlifting team. As the weightlifting event concluded on day 9 yesterday, Nigerian athletes had amassed a remarkable 14 medals, firmly establishing weightlifting as the nation's golden stronghold at the Games. This impressive tally includes 6 gold, 5 silver, and 3 bronze medals. The charge was led by Oyo State weightlifter Rafia Telawala, the Queen of Gold, who dominated the women's 58 kg category, securing a clean sweep of 3 gold medals in the snatch, clean and jerk, and total event. A stellar performance provided the initial momentum for the entire Nigerian contingent. All right, let's return to the world of football. This time around, let's talk about the big man himself. Let's listen to the big man, Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portuguese star said that the 2026 FIFA World Cup would definitely be his last. Yes, let's listen to the man himself, Cristiano Ronaldo, speaking to CNN yesterday.
About retirement, but football superstar Cristiano Ronaldo does not seem to be slowing down. This year, the Portuguese player became the first billionaire footballer. He signed a record-breaking deal with Saudi club Al Nassr, and he says he still has some years left in him. But when Ronaldo spoke with our Becky Anderson at the Tourai Summit in Saudi Arabia, he said the 2026 World Cup will be definitely his last. Becky asked how soon he plans to retire, and this is what he said.
Well, the soon for me, I mean, in 10 years. In 10 years. So the people, The people realize that when I say soon, it's in 6 months, 1 year. No, I'm joking. When I mean soon, it's I'm gonna back in the days and tell you, I'm really enjoying the moment right now. As you know, in the football, when you reach some age, you count the months very quick. So the moment is good. As I tell you before, I feel very good in this moment. I score goals, I still feel...
Cristiano Ronaldo speaking there. All right, before I leave this morning, let me inform that France have become the latest country to book their place at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Well, tomorrow on the show, we'll definitely take you through the names of teams that are already through to the FIFA World Cup. I have to go at this point. Big thanks to the entire production crew. Big thanks to you and you for listening this morning. The show returns tomorrow morning for another interesting package. That will be the Saturday edition of the show. Till then, do have a beautiful day and stay safe.
Ẹ̀mí mímọ́ mo rọ́gbọ́. Wọ́n tún ti kò ìpàgọ́ oníná fire Pentecost. Ìrántá abirán wòlíì Joshua Ajífowówẹ̀ bàbá fire ti CAC Chapel of Blessing ìyànàsọ́ pákọ́bódìjà ọjọ́ Ìwó Road Express Ìbàdàn pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ fire Pentecost Global Outreach Ministry bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti sátidé ọjọ́ 15 oṣù kọkànlá ọdún yìí láago 10 àárọ̀ pẹ̀lú fire conference Evangelist Rachel Adams láti Australia fún gbogbo ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run àtúnṣe ẹnu ìjọ tó fẹ́ túnú ìpèdà ìsìn oníná ti Sunday láago 8 àárọ̀ nígbà tí ìsọjoojúmọ́ gbéra sọ láti Monday di Thursday ogúnjọ́ aago 4 ìrọ̀lẹ́ lójoojúmọ́ Friday ọjọ́ kọkànlélógún oṣù kọkànlá pẹ̀lú ṣíṣe àyẹ̀wò ara wa lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ láago 10 àárọ̀ ìṣòro tó gbóná janjan láfi káàdì ẹ̀ lálẹ́ dàárọ̀ kùtù ọjọ́ sátidé àkórí ìpàgọ́ ni ẹ̀mí mímọ́ wàá gba tiẹ̀ kí ní àjò ayé rẹ lè dùn rìn mọ́tò ọ̀fẹ́ tí ó kó gbogbo ènìyàn wà láti ọjọ́ Bódìjà àti Ìwòrò díẹ̀ lára àwọn ikọ̀ Olúwa tí ó ṣiṣẹ́ rèé pásítọ̀ D.O. Aládéṣèlú wòlíì Akíndolú Akínyadé pásítọ̀ Fọlábí Samuel pásítọ̀ Sam Ọlọ́wẹ̀rẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn olórin ẹ̀mí wòlíì Joshua Ajífowówẹ̀ bàbá fire ni ó gbàgbọ́ alálejò fire Pentecost 2025 15 to 21 November is going to be powerful. Be there.
ọdún ni bàbá kérésì BCOS máa ń wáyé tìlù tìfọn láti fi máa ń kí káàbọ̀ sínú ọgbà iléeṣẹ́ wa lóríta Basọ̀run nílùú Ìbàdàn kété tí bàbá kérésì bá ti kúrò nílẹ̀ Róòmù gbàgede iléeṣẹ́ wa BCOS ní ògùn wá sí torí ẹ̀ la fi ń sọ fún iléeṣẹ́ ńláńlá olókòwò kékèké ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ tajà àwọn ọmọdé ẹ̀yin kátàkárà tàbẹ́yìn tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ta ohun tẹ́nu oúnjẹ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mọ́ lu àkókò òpin ọdún pàtẹ láti ta onírúurú ọjà tiyín láti ṣayẹyẹ òpin ọdún fáwọn ọmọdé àtàgbàlagbà ẹlẹ́gbẹ́jẹgbẹ́ ilé ìjọsìn ẹ̀yin ọlọ́jà tẹ́ fẹ́ ta ohun gbogbo tẹ́nu oúnjẹ ẹ máa bọ̀ nínú ọgbà iléeṣẹ́ wa BCOS lóríta Basọ̀run nílùú Ìbàdàn láti bá wa dòwò pọ̀ pẹ̀lú owó péréte ẹ sì lè pe alága ìgbìmọ̀ bàbá kérésì ilé akéde lóríta Basọ̀run fọ́dún 2025 àjọkọ̀ bí ẹni yan Olódùmarè hallelujah sórí 0811 620 0150 0811 620 0150 bàbá kérésì ilé akéde oríta Basọ̀run ti ń palẹ̀mọ́ láti gúnlẹ̀ sọ́gbà iléeṣẹ́ wa BCOS bó o ṣe gbọ́ máa sọ fẹ́lòmíì pé ó ti ń palẹ̀mọ́ kò ní pẹ́ dé.
Oluyole FM.
Bójúmọ́ bá ti mọ́ ọ̀yẹ́ máa ń la o ọ̀yẹ́ tó la lónìí o ọ̀yẹ́ ire ni ẹ̀kú ojúmọ́ lọ́dẹ̀ẹ̀dẹ̀ yìí o ojúmọ́ aláyọ̀ lẹ́ni o ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ màlá tó ti gbé dé ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ìròyìn kárí ayé màlẹ́lẹ́yìn o ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà etí inú lè jò ń lò fọ́nrán ìní tó lùkọ́yìn ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ẹ̀tẹ́ tí balẹ̀ jẹ́ ká tún jọ gbọ́ ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ìkànnì tó gbajúgbajà Olúyọlé FM ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Ajílété FM ẹ tún máa gbọ́ wa lásìkò kan náà ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Òkè Ògùn FM wà lálága. Elétí ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà. Elétí ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó kún kẹ́kẹ́. Elétí ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà. Ẹ máa gbọ́ nínú ilé nínú mọ́tò tàbí lórí ẹ̀rọ ìléwọ́. Elétí ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà. Abẹ́ praise ó tún ti yá ká tún jọgbọ́ elétí ọ̀fẹ́. Elétí ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn rẹ̀ o.
mo kí wa kú déédéé àsìkò yẹ káàbọ̀ sórí àkọ́tún ètò yín ètò wa Elétí Ọ̀fẹ́ fún ti àárọ̀ òní.